They were great. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today is the long-awaited get to know me video that I've been trying to get out for a million years now, and just you know, Christmas and stuff and everything else and stuff and some more stuff and just like, you know, other stuff. So finally I'm getting it out, but I'm gonna kind of do it as like a get ready with me. I am using one of my Christmas presents, by the way. This is the BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette, and this thing is gorgeous. So I'm gonna do a look with this as I answer your guys' questions. Hopefully I'm not boring. By the way, I'm looking right here because this is where my phone is. It's like propped up against something so I can read off of it. But let's start with this first question. Questions. Lots of questions. I have like multiple questions from several people, so we'll be doing a whole bunch of questions from one person, then we're moving on to the next. So the first question is from Yani Dorsey. What would you be doing if YouTube didn't exist? If YouTube did not exist, I probably would not have been into makeup like I am right now. And I only really got into makeup once I found like makeup tutorial videos on here. So if YouTube didn't exist, I would be like a full-time gardener because I love to garden. So I would like be out in my garden all day long. All right, she says, what is your favorite season? I love spring because in the spring, that's when I can plant all of my vegetables, my flowers. My flowers start blooming in my garden. So I love spring, and it's not too hot yet, and it's not really too cold. At least here in Tennessee, it's not too cold. Ow. It's actually quite nice. And you know, even now in January, it's been getting in the 70s. So I don't know what that's about. I look like a clown. Don't worry, it'll go somewhere else later. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? I would love to live in a little quaint village somewhere in France, in like one of those rustic French cottages, because that's like my dream house. Obviously I would know how to speak French if I lived in France, but I don't. So also I don't. What's your favorite drink of choice? Tea. So much tea. I love my tea. It's really sad. I love my tea so much. Tea. Definitely tea. If it was a soda, it would be root beer. If it was an alcohol, it would be Moscato. There we go. I think I covered all bases with that. I am going in with this yellow, mustard yellow color right here. What's my favorite food? My favorite food. That's a tough question. I lived in Germany when I was like, I think in 10th grade or 9th grade or 11th grade. I was in a grade and I lived in Germany, and I loved doner kebabs. It's kind of like a shawarma. It's like, you know, a really thick pita bread that they stuff inside with potato salad, cabbage, tomatoes, obviously lamb. They're kind of yogurty sauce, which is kind of like a tzatziki sauce, but better. And lettuces, it's pretty much the most amazing thing ever. But American food, I would have to say green bean casserole, and I can't eat it because it makes me so sick. For whatever reason, I can eat green beans and I can eat cream mushroom, but when you mix the two together, my gut is like, nope, next, and basically it kills me every time I eat it. So my favorite food I can't even enjoy. If you had the opportunity to see 10 years into the future or past, would you? Well, I've already seen 10 years into the past, so no on that. If I could see 10 years into the future, no, probably not, because if someone that I loved was no longer there, I don't know what I would do with myself, especially one of my kids. So, no, I think, you know, I think I would just live my life every day like it's your last day on earth. So that way, every day of your life is the best. Am I allergic to anything? Yes, I am allergic to 2 medications that I found out. IV Phenergan and IV Valium. IV means intravenous, by the way. All right, that's a pretty color. Next, I am going in with this more, what color is that? That color, like the color right next. What is that? Like a camel brown, I guess? We're gonna go into that one next. So the next question is from Lundyn Marshall. She said, when did you start getting into makeup? Okay, so I was actually diagnosed with a disease, an autoimmune disease, and this specific disease made me completely debilitated for 6 months. Completely. I was bedridden. It was so bad, and I had nothing to do except watch YouTube makeup tutorials. I was like, you know what? I want to get a makeup palette, and I want to learn how to do makeup since I'm in bed all day. All I can do is just watch TV, read books, and you know what? I figured, hey, I can play with makeup. Why not? So I went ahead and bought my first makeup palette, which was the Tartist Pro, and I started learning makeup with that palette. And then I just kept buying more and more makeup because I was just sitting there in bed. And the more makeup I bought, the more I learned how to use. So yeah, that was how I got into makeup, is when I was extremely, extremely sick. And that was about a year and a half ago. I used to be able to fit all of my makeup into one tiny little bag. And that was all I had. I thought I was into makeup then. I thought I knew what I was doing, and I still don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I'm learning so much still every day. Where do you get your fashion inspiration from? Actually, in high school, used to be super emo. Let's not go there. Oh Lord, the emo-ness. And as I got older, I started getting into lace, blouses, silk, high-collared tops, you know, tops with little bows at the top. Instead of jeans, I switched to pants, lots of dresses, tights, high heels, pearls. So, yeah, I went from emo to basically 1950s housewife real fast. And it wasn't really inspired by anyone. I just gravitated towards that style on my own, and I really enjoyed all like the variety that I could pull into those styles and look modest and classy. But my makeup does not match my style, that's for sure. Where do you like to shop? I shop only at thrift stores for clothes and for home decor. And if it's not a thrift store, it's a store like TJ Maxx or Home Goods, because I don't buy any of my clothes full price, and I don't ever buy any home items full price. Unless it's like something that has to be new, like a mattress or maybe a furniture set. But other than that, yeah, thrift stores. This is looking very sunsetty. Ooh, I like it. Oh, I went into this pink, by the way. That was that one color. How did you meet your husband? Me and my husband met in the Army. We were both nursing students, and we were both in the same nursing class. He actually helped me bring groceries up to the barracks, because we lived in barracks while we were in nursing school. And he brought my groceries up, and I was like, hey, you're awesome. Do you want to do my taxes? And he was like, yeah. And then we were inseparable. Literally inseparable. We were with each other from 4:30 in the morning when we did PT until we went to bed at night. And obviously sometimes I would sneak into the barracks and just stay with him there. But we got married after 4 months of knowing each other. 4 months. It was true love. So we have been married for almost 12 years. And we have 3 kids together now. 3 little girls. He would be a terrible king. Do you have any family pets? Yes. We did have 9 chickens, but we recently got rid of them because I am starting a garden this year. And with that garden, we would have to fence it in. And we're still going to fence it in because of like rabbits and stuff. But the chickens, they're free-range chickens, and they would be like hopping over the fence trying to get inside the garden. And they can. And they would. Because it's not going to be like a 6-foot or a 5-foot fence. It was only going to be like a 3-foot fence. So the chickens would end up getting into it. So we had to get rid of them because I did not want my garden to be eaten by my chickens. But other than that, I have a German Shepherd. Her name is Freya. And I have a Catahoula Leopard, which me and my husband got a mere 2 weeks after we got married. So my Catahoula Leopard, his name is Cujo, he is as old as our marriage. And he was about 6 months when we got him. So he has been through all kids in the family, and he is still going strong. My little fur baby. We're going for it, you guys. I'm going in with this fuchsia color here. This is Gemini. Next question is, do you have any tattoos? If so, how many and where? Alright, I wouldn't normally do this, but because I can't actually show you guys, I am going to post a picture of my back tattoo. It is a peacock. I got it while I was in the Army, and I had to stop halfway because I ended up getting pregnant with my first baby in the middle of getting it. So I had a half-done whole entire back piece while I was pregnant. It wraps around the front of my belly. I have a girl that I drew, and I loved her so much when I drew her that I went ahead and got her tattooed. I'll also post that. I'm going in with Cancer. This bright gold. Oh, so pretty. I have my daughter's name on my wrist, her first and middle name. And then to symbolize my second daughter, I have birds on my shoulder. And then I have some ivy and some words from my favorite band, Chiodos, when I was a teenager. And it says, if you believed what you felt, you would be in love. My first tattoo ever is a word that says serenity. It's on my ribcage. And it's in Theban, because I thought that was such a beautiful language. And I hid it from my dad all that time. And then he noticed it right as I was going into the Army. And he was like, well, it's a good thing you're going in the Army, because I would have kicked your ass. So those are my tattoos, and I plan on getting one for my youngest daughter. Her middle name is Rose, so I would like to incorporate some roses somewhere in some of my tattoos. And that question was from NessacxBeauty. I don't know if I said that. How old were you when you got into makeup? This is from Diana Charboneau? Ooh, I hope I said that right. Well, first, like the basics of makeup, which I wasn't that good. I was probably 17, and I just would do like some eyeshadow, some mascara, some blush, and then I started getting into lipsticks probably at around 25 years old, and then all these crazy eyeshadows a year and a half ago. When did you realize your love of makeup? That was the same as when I was bedridden with my disease, and that was a year and a half ago. And so since then, I have just wanted to get better and better and better. And I am just pushing myself to learn more about my eye shape, learn more about colors, learn more about different makeup techniques. I'm just pushing myself all the time to try and get better at it because I love it so much. I am going in with Capricorn right here, and then I'm going to mix it with Sagittarius at the end. How did you decide to start a YouTube channel about makeup? Honestly, I wanted to start this YouTube channel because I realized how expensive makeup was. And I figured if I start a YouTube channel, I could get PR and not have to buy my makeup anymore. But that hasn't happened yet. I'm still waiting to get PR. But also, I love showing people how to do stuff when it comes to makeup. I feel like I'm an okay teacher. I feel like I'm semi-decent at it, and I feel like maybe sometimes people can learn from me. But also PR. How long have you been experimenting with your own makeup looks? I am still experimenting with my own makeup looks. I will come in here at night when everyone's asleep, and I will just play with makeup. I will just play with colors. I will see what looks good together. I am always trying things out with my eye shape, which, by the way, are downturned eyes, and also hooded. Yay me! Yay. So there's always a lot of trial and error that I have to do with my eye shape. Next question is from Krystal Ryan. She said, what do you do besides YouTube? Right now, I am actually in school to become an esthetician. I figured the best way to learn about different skin types, but also have a license to do makeup if I wanted to, would be the best way to go. And it is not the easiest thing in the world, that's for sure. And the last question, who is your best friend? Dun dun dun! Krystal Ryan. Funny story, me and her actually met on here. I don't know what happened. I think she like came across my page looking for something else and I just popped up. And then she left comments on multiple videos and I was like, okay, I see you. So I went over and saw that she had a channel, because she never said, not once did she ever say, I have a channel too. You should come check out mine. She always was just very supportive immediately. Wow, you can't talk and do lipstick. She was just always so supportive in all of my videos, and I was like, I like you. You're awesome. So I went over to her channel, saw that she had a channel, started watching her videos, we started talking, and then we have been inseparable ever since. Inseparable even though we live completely across the United States from each other. But that's okay. We'll see each other one day, and it will be like the best day in the entire world. Like, I think me and her will basically tackle each other to the ground whenever we see each other, because we will literally jump on each other and fall. That's how it goes in my mind, like rolling around the ground, like hugging each other. So, anyways, that's all the questions you guys had for me. They were great questions, so I hope you guys learned a little bit more about me. This is the look I created while answering your guys' questions. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!